no one ever questioned, ever, if James Harden's style works in the regular season. Won 65 games, was the 1 seed in Houston in the regular season. We are yet to see this style in Brooklyn in the postseason. Now, I'm in a very advantageous position where, because I never played any pro sports, I have credibility to talk about all of them. It's the greatest magic trick anyone's ever played. I can talk about all the sports because I played none of them. So let me, with credibility, Antoine, defend your point. Because you know who agrees with James Harden's point that his style can't win a championship? James Harden. Because that's why he asked out of Houston. He tried for damn near a decade his style as the best guy to win a championship, couldn't get over the hump, so he said, let me go be the second best player on a team. Now, we haven't seen that happen really because KD's been out, but nobody in the world thinks James Harden's better than Kevin Durant. So why didn't they win titles in Houston? Well, some of that had to do with James Harden. I'll quickly give you the history. Last year in the playoffs, down 2-1 to the Los Angeles Lakers, what does Harden do? 2 for 11. Remember that because that number is going to come up again. In 2019, what do they do in the playoffs? Tied with Golden State, 2 games apiece. Kevin Durant goes out with a calf injury. They fold in Game 5. They roll over in Game 6. 2018, what happens? Chris Paul goes out. You have Game 7 at home. James Harden goes 2 for 13 from 3, and they lose a Game 7 at home. 2017, what happens? Game 6 against the Spurs. Kawhi's not even there. Harden goes 2 for 11, and they lose by 39 points. 2016, playing Golden State down 2-1. James Harden goes 4 for 13, and in 2015, Game 5 to Golden State. In the final game, James Harden goes 2 for 11. So, that's Harden's playoff resume. He can erase some of it. Brandon, you're shaking your head. That's what happened. That's 6 consecutive years where that happened. And we haven't seen the playoffs this year. Where we started talking about his defense was the block to save the game in Game 7 against the Thunder. But the reason they needed to block a shot against the Thunder was because he was 4 for 15 in a Game 7. He is one of the 30 greatest players ever who has struggled throughout his career dating back to the finals in OKC a decade ago in the biggest spots. He's got to get that monkey off his back. That's like Wilds. That is the only knock on him.